Namaskar and welcome to day 4 of Deepavali, the festival of victory of good over evil. This day celebrates Bali Pratipada, the victory of again good over evil. It celebrates Govardhan Puja and it also celebrates Padwa, which is the bond between the husband and wife. I would like to reflect that King Bali, who was known to be from the great lineage of sage Kashyap, the grandson of Prahlad, he was a good and righteous king. But when the gods and the demons fought during the churning of the ocean and goddess Lakshmi emerged, at that time, King Bali, who was good and kind, was known to be very powerful, but he was also a great devotee of Vishnu, who has the Shankha Chakra in his arms, and he who has the discus as he watches the world and equals all good and evil is destroyed. King Bali had a big yajna, and in that he invited everyone to come. All over the world men came together and he granted them boons. The gods went to Vishnu and said, "We need you to make King Bali less powerful because we are losing our power because of this good, righteous king." So the great poet Jayadev has penned down in the 12th century AD in the Gita Govind, in his first verse, the fifth incarnation, which was Chalayasi Vikramane. And in that Chalayasi Vikramane Keshava, this is where he took the form in a cunning way of Vamana, the dwarf. He came as a little boy and said, "Won't you grant me one boon?" And King Bali said happily. Having seen that he was a little boy, here Vamana avatar became none other than Vishnu. And in his entire form, he showed himself where he took 3 paces of land, which he said he wanted when he was just in the form of Vamana. He said the first one he placed on earth, the second one he lifted his foot and placed it on the skies. And he said to King Bali, who seen Vishnu in that form, he said, "Where and what would you like?" And Vishnu said, "Where should I place my foot? Because my third place is nowhere, as I have conquered all of earth and all the skies." And the great King Bali said, "You will place it on my head." Vishnu was so pleased that as he pushed him down into the netherworld, he did say, "You will return as the form of Indra going forward, and people will celebrate you as the great king, known for your generosity." The second story for this day is, according to tradition, Govardhan Puja, when again Indra, the king of the gods, was very angry with the people of Gokul, where in Gokul, where Krishna lived, they were not praying to Indra. The rain that came down in thunder, it almost caused a deluge. And Krishna, playing his flute, he just took Mount Govardhan and put it on his small finger, and he uplifted the mountain Govardhan as a shield on top of the entire of Gokul. In that form, we again see the victory of Krishna, Vishnu, over Indra. And Padwa is celebrated on this day, where the forehead is anointed by the wife for her husband. She anoints him and prays for his long life. It is a day of love and devotion between the husband and wife. And the wife asks for the long life of the husband, and may she be joined with him in many lifetimes. And a special message to all the wives as they celebrate Padwa, praying for the husband's long life. This is a special day where in Diwali, during Diwali, it's the one day that the wives during the year get a gift from the husband. Now, of course, I'm telling everyone, whether it's your partner, whether it's your husband, don't forget to get that one special gift, as that is the fun part of this festival. Lots of gifts, and here you can demand it because you are asking for love and devotion amongst both of you. So to all those wives there and partners, don't forget, get your gift. So, Shubha Deepavali on its fourth day, and happy Bari Pratipada, Padwa and Govardhan Puja.